Hey there guys, I'm here with some more WWE, well, not WWE, wrestling pick ones. So we're going to start off with one that I found on Twitter. It says, if you could pick one of them to win the AEW World title in 2024, who'd you choose? We got Eddie Kingston, Christian Cage, Darby Allin, and Ricky Starks. Usually I use the process of elimination, so I'm going to take you through my steps. First up, I'm getting rid of Eddie Kingston. He just doesn't compare to any of the others on the screen. I don't think he deserves the title as much as anybody else on the screen. And then we got Christian Cage. I got rid of him, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. It's just I believe the other two are just better options overall. And then I'm down to Darby Allin and Ricky Starks, and this is just personally my personal preference. I'm taking Darby Allin. I like his character a lot more. I've always kind of been by Darby's side more than I have Ricky Starks, and so I'm going with Darby Allin. The next one was posted by Julian Weeks on Twitter. This is, if you had a choice, which one are you doing at WrestleMania 40? We've got a rerun of Roman and Cody, and then The Rock versus Roman Reigns. And I believe I've kind of talked about this before on my channel. I'm obviously going to go with The Rock and Roman Reigns. The Bloodline story is one of the greatest storylines in all of wrestling, if not the greatest. And what is a better way to end it than having The Rock return into the ring and beat Roman Reigns to show that he is the true head of the table? So yeah, long story short, I'm going with The Rock and Roman Reigns. But I would love to see Cody finally get the title and finish off the story. But personally, I like the Bloodline story more than I do Cody Rhodes' story. Before I answer this next one, I want to tell you guys, if you like these Pick One videos, go on Facebook and go join the group Wrestling Through the Years. They post a lot of Pick Ones on there. So just look, whenever I'm going to plan on doing one of these videos, I just go on that group chat and screenshot a bunch of them. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video type, because this is my second time doing this. Next one is definitely very biased. It was super easy for me. I'm going to go with Bret Hart because, he's one of my favorites of all time. I believe he's one of the most talented in-ring workers behind Shawn Michaels and maybe Kurt Angle. But he's definitely up there. Sergeant Slaughter just can't compare to Bret Hart, so I'm going with Bret Hart. The next one is obviously going to be very biased. For me, this is Rhino versus Ryback in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And me being a big ECW fan, I believe that's like the greatest type of, that's the greatest wrestling promotion. If you want to just go watch a random event, I believe you're going to enjoy the ECW event, not WWE ECW. And personally, Rhino was one of my favorites in ECW, and honestly just one of my favorites overall. So it's not fair for Ryback. I didn't mind Ryback, but Rhino's just a lot better. Next up, we got Adrian Adonis and Goldust, and obviously I'm going to be very recency biased. I wasn't around for much of Adrian Adonis, but I was a big fan of Goldust. Goldust is super fun. I like watching old clips of him, and I even liked his 2010 stuff. Some of that stuff was alright. So yeah, I'm definitely taking Goldust. Next up, obviously, is going to have a lot of recency bias, but we got Wendy Richter versus Becky Lynch, and just off of looking at promos from Wendy Richter in some of her matches, I'm still going to take Becky Lynch. Like I said, obviously a lot of recency bias, so I'm taking Becky Lynch. Next up, we got Trish and we got Charlotte, and also very biased because Charlotte is my favorite women's wrestler of all time, so I'm definitely taking her over Trish Stratus. I just definitely think she has a lot more in-ring talent and better mic work. Charlotte really is one of those that shaped women's wrestling and actually made it more meaningful. Next up, we got Ahmed Johnson and Bobby Lashley, and obviously Ahmed Johnson before my time, and Bobby Lashley has had a great run here, and he's definitely more popular than Ahmed Johnson, but I loved the Hurt Business Bobby Lashley. Y'all have heard me say that multiple times. I'm gonna take Bobby Lashley. Next up, we got Magnum TA and Shawn Michaels. This is the last one I got here today, but I'm definitely taking Shawn Michaels. Obviously, Magnum TA before my time, but Shawn Michaels is my favorite. So, there you go. So, I hope you enjoyed this Pick One style video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.